You will never hate your life after watching this Buddha story on life. Once upon a time, in a small village in ancient India, there lived a young man named Dev. Dev was born into a poor family and he often struggled to make ends meet. He spent most of his days working hard in the fields. But no matter how much he worked, he never seemed to get ahead in life. One day, as Dev was walking through the village, he came across a group of people gathered around a man. The man was Gautam Buddha, a wise and enlightened teacher who had devoted his life to helping others find inner peace and happiness. Curious, Dev joined the group and listened as Gautam Buddha spoke. His words were like nothing Dev had ever heard before. He spoke of a life filled with love, compassion, and joy. He spoke of a life free from suffering and pain. Dev was captivated by his words and he knew that he had to learn more. After the talk, Dev approached Gautam Buddha and asked him how he could achieve the kind of happiness and peace that he spoke of. Gautam Buddha smiled at him and said, "My dear friend, the key to happiness lies within you. It is not something that can be found outside of yourself. You must learn to look within and find the peace that already exists within you." Over the next few weeks, Dev spent every spare moment with Gautam Buddha. He listened to his teachings and learned to meditate. He practiced kindness and compassion towards himself and others. Slowly but surely, he began to feel a sense of peace and contentment that he had never known before. As time passed, Dev's life began to change. He no longer felt burdened by the of his daily life. Instead, he saw them as opportunities to learn and grow. He no longer felt jealous or envious of others who had more than he did. Instead, he felt grateful for the simple pleasures in his life. One day, as he was walking through the village, he met a young boy who was crying. Dev approached the boy and asked him what was wrong. The boy told him that he was hungry and had no food to eat. Without a moment's hesitation, Dev took the boy to his home and shared his meat or meal with him. As they ate, Dev realized that he had never felt so happy and fulfilled. He knew that he had found the true meaning of life, and it had nothing to do with money, possessions, or success. It was all about love, compassion, and service to others. From that day forward, Dev devoted his life to helping others. He became known throughout the village as a kind and generous man who would do anything to help those in need. He no longer felt burdened by the struggles of his daily life, because he knew that he had the power to choose how he responded to them. He had found inner peace, and it was a gift that he could share with others. And so, the story of Dev and Gautam Buddha spread throughout the land. People came from far and wide to learn from the wise teacher and to be inspired by the example of Dev. They learned that happiness is not something that can be found outside of themselves, but something that already exists within. They learned that by cultivating kindness, compassion, and service to others, they could find a sense of peace and contentment that would never fade. And so, if you ever find yourself feeling lost or unhappy, remember the story of Dev and Gautam Buddha. Remember that happiness is not something that can be found outside of yourself. It is something that already exists within you. And with a little bit of effort and practice, you too can find the inner peace and contentment that will make you say, "I will never hate my life after watching this." Happiness is not something that can be found outside of yourself. It is something that already exists within you. The key to happiness lies within you. You must learn to look within and find the peace that already exists within you. Life is full of struggles, but it is also full of opportunities to learn and grow. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Kindness is the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Compassion is the radicalism of our time. The greatest gift you can give someone is your time. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate. To have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. True happiness is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Life is a journey, not a destination. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Life is a gift, and it offers us the privilege, opportunity, and responsibility to give something back by becoming more. The most important thing is to enjoy your life. To be happy, it's all that matters. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. The only way to do great things is to love what you do. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Happiness is not a destination. It's a journey. True happiness comes from the joy of deeds well done, the zest of creating things new. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The ultimate source of happiness is not money and power, but warm-heartedness. The greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. It is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy. That makes happiness. Happiness is not a possession to be prized. It is a quality of thought, a state of mind. Happiness is a warm puppy. If you want to be happy, be. The only thing that will make you happy is being happy with who you are.